Beautiful Taurus, this is Tammy from Spot On Psychic Readings. I want to welcome you to your reading for mid-August. August, the month of 2 full moons. Yeah. Thank you all for coming in. And I've got to just tell you, I must have absolutely the best viewers on all of YouTube. You guys have been so amazing, and all of your comments and all of your subscriptions. I've got so many Taurus subscribers, which is totally wonderful and amazing. And also so many of you sent me super chat thank yous, and I don't even know what to say. I mean, that's just icing on the cake. Seriously, it made me feel so appreciated. So thank you so much for that. So I'm going to dive in and do your reading today, and I've already shuffled the cards and cleared the energy, and we'll see what comes up for you today, Taurus, okay? Keep in mind, this is a general collective reading, so it may resonate for you, it may not. This reading will not be for everybody every time, okay? So let's see what comes up. Taurus, I'm already getting the goosebumps all over. The goosebumps is that alignment with spiritual energy, and that's a really good thing. Oh, I just hear a tone in my ear too. I'm getting all kinds of stuff happening, Taurus. See what's going on for Taurus. Who's got allergies or is asthmatic? I'm all of a sudden I started picking up this feeling of somebody that's tuning in here either is or knows somebody who's asthmatic. I know that must seem very general, but I just literally felt something like taking my breath away the minute I started to tune into this. So it's somebody trying to get a message through to you. I feel like it's somebody in spirit. You never know what's going to come up in readings. So I like to pull the cards this way because I can kind of start to tune into your energy as I did. Tune into somebody's energy there. And also read the cards so I can feel the energy as it comes up too, okay? Taurus, let's see what's happening for you, okay? Ooh, interesting energy. Very, very interesting. Okay. All right, we're going to start with this, and please watch to the end to avoid any kind of misunderstandings, because the card readings build. So, I'll keep clarifying energy as I go along, okay? So it looks like Taurus, some of you or a lot of you may have been through a tower, okay? This did come up upside down, so it feels like it's already happened, or it wasn't as severe as it could have been, thank goodness. The tower has to do with sudden changes, sudden shocking changes of any sort, often having to do with structures, as you can see with this tower. It can also be emotional, emotions can be a structure of a type, so some kind of shocking change happened, Taurus, some big change in your life, and it could have been that you moved out of a house. It could have been you lost a house in some way, or property, any sort of stability, material things. I feel like there was some shocking change that went on for that. There's something here about a lot of magical energy, but it's in the position of conflicts. And I'm feeling like somebody caused some problems with you by sending bad energy. In some ways, this was bad energy. For some of you, I feel like somebody was almost practicing spell work. I hate to even go there, but seriously, this Magician card is a trickster, and it did cause a conflict, and it may have had a part in causing this tower moment for you, Taurus. Just keeping it real. I hate to jump right into your reading with spell work like that, but there it is. It's right there in the cards. And I just read the cards as they come up, okay? So we'll see what else comes up with this, okay? There was a Knight of Swords energy, which is also a troublemaker, and I think it goes right along. It's right next to this trickster energy, or this sorcerer, spell work, that kind of thing. Really negative energy that I feel like still kind of hanging over you, Taurus, some of you. It's still kind of there. It's kind of still casting some sort of a dark cloud, around some of you. Now, alongside that, we've got this nice King of Cups energy, okay? And I'm feeling like this is representing a lot of you, Taurus. This is representing you being very heart-centered. This is representing you being very grounded. It's a king, a lot of financial stability there. And also, for some of you, this might represent someone in your picture who is a water sign because it's cups, so it could be, it could be Pisces, it could be Scorpio, I don't know, we'll see where this comes in, it could be a Cancer, but I feel like for some of you, it's actually representing you, Taurus, instead of somebody around you, because I feel like, I can't pick it up. I feel like in some ways this dark cloud of energy of this Knight of Swords is kind of hanging over Taurus a little bit. Like Taurus is very stable and, is very heart-centered and wants to, really be nice to people. It's like sometimes you can be a good counselor for people, good listener, give good advice, that sort of thing. But there's this dark energy that's kind of come in that wanted to take over in some way. We'll see where that's coming from because it's kind of a weird feeling for me, Now, next we had this upside down Temperance card, okay? And I feel like this has already happened. This is sort of in the past. This upside down Temperance is telling me that there was some kind of situation of extremism. There was something that was really out of balance. And I feel like that's already passed, okay? Could be some Sagittarius energy. I'm seeing some Sagittarius energy. I'm seeing some Libra energy here. Some water sign energy that I feel like is affecting this picture today, Taurus, okay? So it's going to be different for everybody. You'll know what fits for you. Take it as it resonates, okay? Now, coming up in your near future, this is super good. I'm feeling like there's a situation where you're going to feel like you're in your special secret garden. Okay, it's like this is the card of 9 of Pentacles, and this is a lot of just self-satisfaction. This is feeling like, okay, I've got what I want. Taurus is pretty happy. Taurus might be home, just enjoying their solitude, enjoying their own garden, so to speak. Maybe physically a garden or figuratively a garden. Okay. Sometimes this card can come with a feeling of too much of a good thing. Sometimes it can be like, okay, I've got what I want, but I'm feeling a little lonely. So sometimes this is a little bit of a loneliness card, because this is a person in solitude a lot of times, enjoying their space and enjoying their solitude. Nothing wrong with that. But if it gets to be where it's too much of a good thing, then sometimes that will come into play with this card, okay? And this is in the near future. And again, I'm looking at mid-August for you right now. So I feel like you might be looking into, do I want to add somebody to my life? Or do I want to get a pet? Or do I want to go on a trip? Maybe I want to do something else. Maybe I'm not as satisfied and happy as I want to be, except I'm pretty happy. So there's that going on, Taurus, okay? There is more balance coming in, as shown with this Justice card. For some of you, this might be a legal situation, but it comes out fair if it does, if it is a legal situation for some of you. But I feel like there are no other cards here really showing me a legal situation. So for me, this looks like just more balance. I think you went from this out of balance Temperance reversed card to more balance coming up in your near future. And things just feeling like, yeah, there's a flow. I mean, it's right beside of this nice Nine of Pentacles energy. So more balance and more just, enjoying your space, just enjoying your time and feeling like things are going well, okay? Now, there's been a situation, Taurus, where I feel like you have cut a lot of things out of your life with this Ace of Swords energy. This is reversed, so sometimes that can be a harsh energy. This may have been something that you felt like you had to cut out of your life. You didn't really want to, but you had to, self-preservation, so to speak. So Taurus, for a lot of you, this was a necessity. You had to cut some things out, and there may have been some harsh words. You may have had to use force. You may have had to rely completely on intellect and logic rather than being your usual heart-centered self, you know? You had to make some hard choices, is what this card says to me. But it also came with new beginnings. And I'm seeing a lot of kind of new beginning energy, and I'm getting a lot of goosebumps on that card. So you did make hard decisions, but it's like the cloud with the silver lining. You know, it may have felt like a dark cloud at first, but inside that, when it opened up, there's a lot of silver lining there, right? Now, coming up, Taurus, there is a Queen of Cups here. And this Queen of Cups can represent you or someone that you are going to be meeting or dealing with, okay? Queen of Cups is, she's a queen, so she's very in control. But the Cups energy is always very heart-centered. And it's interesting, we have the King of Cups earlier, and then we have the Queen of Cups. So this very much looks like a couple to me, okay? So both of these have shown up. They're not side by side yet, so they might be yet to meet or yet to come together. But they're both upright, and they both have an amazing heart-centered energy. And this is definitely in your read, Taurus. There's something about coming together, you know, with somebody very like-minded, somebody who's very heart-centered, and somebody who is very stable. There's a lot of stability in this. And this Queen of Cups is very intuitive. That's one of her traits. She's very intuitive. Sometimes she's a writer. You can see her writing a book there or journaling. That may be for some of you. And she's very nurturing. This queen is very, very nurturing, as is this King of Cups. So both of those are showing up. There's an energy here of an Empress reversed. And I feel like this reading is going like a roller coaster right now, and we'll straighten some of this out when I do some clarification. So hang in there with me. Watch to the end so we'll get all the details, okay? But this Empress reversed, it feels like she didn't quite get finished with something. I get the sense with this card that Taurus, something got thrown off. It's like something was started in a certain direction and then somebody abandoned it. There was an abandonment of a project or a promise or a situation. Like it didn't come all the way through, you know? And it feels like something was left undone. This feels to me like unfinished business, okay? Let's get a little more detail here, and that's your final outcome card of this first pull, is something was left undone. But let's see where else this goes, Taurus, okay? Because this Tower energy, first thing, is still kind of hanging on you. I mean, you have a lot of happiness here, as shown by the Justice and the Nine of Pentacles, but that Tower card was really significant. Like there was some big thing that happened, Taurus, big change there. So let's see what else. Oh, there was a Ten of Swords. Okay. There was some sort of a bad ending with this Tower. I was asking for clarification on this. Ten of Swords, I mean, it's a bad energy. It means an unwelcome ending. It means maybe you were stabbed in the back, so to speak. Somebody pulled the rug out from under you big time. This was not something you wanted or asked for or deserved, for sure. Okay. Let's see what else, Taurus, because that's still part of this picture. It's still kind of hanging in your energy. But you've got your Ten of Pentacles. So it did not seem to, for most of you, it either brought you financial stability or it didn't bother your financial stability as much as it could have. Okay, and I'm sure that's not true for everybody. Again, it's a collective reading, so take it as it resonates for your picture. Okay. There's been a lot of confusion, a lot of feeling like you didn't know what direction to go in or who to trust and things like that in this picture, or what direction you wanted to go in. And here's a Three of Cups. This can go two different ways, and it depends on your situation, Taurus, okay? For some people, there may have been a third-party situation that caused this Tower, okay? There may have been juggling of people, competition, third party. And it feels like for a lot of you it was. Now, for some of you, there's going to be some kind of a love celebration coming up. For some of you, this is a celebration, okay? For some of you, this is maybe you're going to a wedding, maybe you're having a wedding, maybe you're planning a wedding, maybe you're getting engaged. This can be a really happy love card, and it did come up upright. So let's ask some more about that, because that's an interesting one. What else does Taurus need to know? Yeah, Taurus, here's what else you need to know. 4 of Wands. Okay, so right next to this 3 of Cups, we've got 4 of Wands. Now, both of these can be marriage cards, Taurus. So some of you are getting married. And if you're not getting married, some of you are going to a wedding, okay? So this will be somebody you love, that you're close to, all right? With this 4 of Wands coming up as clarification for 3 of Cups. What this means is, how do I explain this? This 4 of Wands is having to do with commitment. It's long-term commitment. It's having to do with putting down roots, you know, and it can be in a relationship and in a house. It can be in a property and that kind of thing. This can be a lot of happiness. Both of these, when they're together like this, the clarification for this is just really happy. There's going to be a lot of celebration about this new place, potentially a trip or vacation or honeymoon for some of you. A lot of love and a lot of feeling of happiness in love and relationship for a lot of you is where you're headed, okay? So this Tower happened, yeah. 10 of Swords happened, yeah. Like all that changed your course, started you in a new direction, you gained more balance, and now it looks like many of you moving into a new relationship. So let's see what else, Taurus. Okay. Okay, these 2 cards came out side by side. This is Emperor, and right next to Temperance, okay? Now, Temperance, remember, came up earlier, reversed. This is the one I was like, oh, don't like that one when it comes up reversed, because it means extremism and things like that. But that's in the past. It's flipping back over to upright position, coming up in your future alongside this 4 of Wands, you know, this really happy, potentially long-term commitment kind of relationship, okay? The Emperor is an amazing energy, okay? The Emperor is kind of at the top of the deck. I mean, this is like a really important card, and the Emperor has to do with major stability, really represents Taurus many times as well. It can represent Aries at times, and it represents financial stability and commitments, being in charge, being in control. This person sometimes is an authority figure or a father, you know, that sort of thing. Right next to Temperance, which is such a nice flow of energy, and it's such a nice just movement and fluid kind of feeling, you know, and ease about this card, peace and ease and tranquility, you know, and that sort of thing. And it's right next to this Emperor card. So I feel like this is coming up. So you're either, this is representing you, Taurus, or this is representing your person, or this is representing somebody you are yet to meet, okay? Now, sometimes Temperance can also represent Sagittarius energy, so take it as it resonates. This could be a couple, okay? Because we saw this couple earlier, the King and Mr. King and Queen of Cups, okay? So we've got couples coming up here, and I'm feeling like this is representing your new life, Taurus, your new relationship, if that's what you're looking for, okay? Let me pull a few more of these cards and see if I get any more details for you, okay? What else does Taurus need to know? Jumped right out. Okay, we've got the Jug, which is you need lighthearted, carefree time, okay? So you may have been working too hard, Taurus. So take some carefree time. And it's right next to dealings with or a relationship with a younger woman. So take that as it resonates. It could be, this could go a lot of different directions. So this could be somebody you work with. This could be somebody you're in a relationship with, or this could be the third party, okay? At any rate, you need some carefree time, okay? We'll see what else they say about that. This younger woman energy, when I look at her, she doesn't look very nice. I just realized that when I laid it down. I'm like, I'm not liking this energy, and you probably don't either. That's probably why I don't. So I feel like that one is not a good energy. So I'd watch out for that one if you don't know who it is, and if you do, still watch out for it. What else does Taurus need to know? Whoa, this one. And a dark-haired man. So there's dealings with a dark-haired man, or a man with a dark complexion or dark hair. So interesting. Here we go with couples again. So take this as it resonates. I think it's going to be really different for everybody. But here they are. So we've got 3 different couples coming up in this reading, Taurus. They could represent different facets of you and your person, or it could be different people you know that are in the picture. So again, take it as it resonates. I can't figure it out for everybody because it could really go a lot of different directions. All right, they want me to switch. Let's switch over. Nope, these fell out. Hold on. These fell out when I sat it down. Here's the harp, which is you're going to have great happiness. Great happiness, Taurus. And I'm not surprised based on what I've seen here. And there's a victory in some endeavor. Wow, that's really, really good news. Happiness and victory. Couples, love celebration, long-term commitment. What else for Taurus? Let me get some final words for Taurus here, okay? You will be shown the way. Okay, so if any of you are wondering which direction to go, you know, what to do, you will be shown the way. So just pay attention to the signs that come into you. And the last one is this one that also flew out. This is the bird. There's some kind of news on the way. And this looks like good news from that happy little bird that I'm seeing, okay? So really good news on the way for you, Taurus. And I'm pretty excited about this reading. They gave you a lot of details here. So let me know in the comments if this resonated with you, and I will look for you all again soon. Thank you so much for coming in. Love you guys. Bye.